on say Otuo your metro prosper Dr. Prosper they don't this is the domain say prosper Ogunati no they are sent in PhD actually no doctor ni ma yes a medical doctor and also a herbal doctor and now we're soft doctor and the doing just a PhD well is also a prosper Ogunati no they are sent in PhD that is as well a doctoral researcher
there's a set doctoral researcher
okay that's no
correct
that's why a psychologist
so
and was saying there's a normal topic of a topic no shame you know some power being to a catching party meka dey between me na problem at all
now the problem
and you know already yeah but to some and meka some ma ko digging kakra ma ko wafa ma ko kivas ne ma won penny de ope je kam bi ati ko je no ho dia present ba ma je no no dia
kivas for such a team
I'm just saying
I want to see their bonus basu
but they are very excited the whole investor community no also a product of kivas
a proper
no bobo he played for the university team and also you can make this a time
and also I can't stand you
they are trauma on the 25
down the ball was the
body more you know nimbo more you know asa so anyway good best
and you know Tama I am passing the year of routine 45 million a month coaching and before the match see another kind of massive as a so yeah Tama I walk on has to focus where you Omudia shemu gidi the tango between Awako and House of Folk and so
yeah okay we time friend my boy
oh then we can never so cano
between Awako and House of Folk a day between the Olympics and House
Tama
the bar make sure why is it Olympics and House but they are check no call if we call Olympics or anyhow Olympics have spent the money
I want you to do that
Olympics expected second trench which is on the second no sorry put the point something my back okay I'm so I'm going by seconds can I put on my
I'm going to house again I bet giddy hey make us a jam yeah okay and then I don't know confirmed House of Folk will play in Africa confirmed answer general the omuyedia umbetinya ama Tama sisi aye doctor in 3 square nkotoko ana ngubisa on 3 square
2 square square is a triangle
it's a triangular doctor nkotoko
yes
yeah is a no doctor for me okotoko okoboard no so ama doctor technical man so na all doctors and doctors every painting
the only thing is we all come fast in doctor it's a business a very successful businessman not influence impact on society yes for a doctor for that matter
doctor
and Jimunians a researchers because we were a doctoral researcher and you will go so why I have been through approved with me say essa ni pampen ya any friend doctor me dey into what I say in the end you go with theologian doctor and what church when in Bible ni am say me abon doctorate
doctor in theology
and dia then there was
say me papa reverend doctor Kofi MP completely so wakumwa continuity as well and very help in Tama koto kwa record omo pe the doctor for me
na abroad doctor Nyamuta Macro doctor Yelling
doctor Bibi
sir
koto kwa record doctor from me sir so say come me ka
omo professor now wana professor you know so dem
doctor na say
professor
man
Kufuku Madoni.
Perform.
So do.
Back to court, 3 doctors. And the DNB.
Retired Supreme Court judges.
Time, square again. Back to court, 3 doctors. Maybe first timer. Ghana how you have doctor, we have doctor teach and coach to be on.
No, no, coach.
Oh, what's my cousin? I said, no, baby, coach. I said, no, coach. Coach, nothing part of the coach.
I will be asking about time.
Time,
okay. Right, Zach.
Last week, Thursday, I could
so don't you train come on?
I'm saying it is all
difficult question.
that one was chief
that's only my
various league sentence now very interesting. Now, so when you're money team now, they are not playing all that well, but the most important thing on my end. Last league game before we won around here, against Vigo. Similar thing, but here no match for 2. Scorer no emphatic winning. Champions League against Inter Milan. Inter Bobo created all the chances. Last minute, playing how much 1-0 Muko. And against Valencia, another very difficult game for Real Madrid. Valencia did all the most important thing in the league. But we Ancelotti at the 3 points. Now if you say yes, you are good there. But I say Saudi Arabia Everton say and look say say I didn't say yes and then they only budget. But Everton you can't always be lucky like that. Say Ancelotti also and yet you can't always be lucky. Say Obo bad football, and some football left and you struggle by it, you win the game. They had a 3 point which I don't say a good, but I think there's an Ancelotti now or work on it. And the Italian Serie A, and we will lose the first game and we shall match before this game. Now we can make a match against Sassuolo, but we had the last minute win in the energy. Bandra harass Verona for a check up and 3-2. And a very good game that's in my share, but I think that quality wise, I'm from Kakra, but I think the Diama in the outcome way Papa now doing tournament. But the Roma team that in terms of players, or compare that in almost 20 phone. But the factor now I say all attention how could be bring the most around Verona. Now in a game of 2 halves, there's that number could be a team a senior uncle. You give it the first half of the game, 45 minutes. But and yet total dominance the first half no. There were times that AC Milan came in. But that second half performance from AC Milan. So on Saturday I said it here. This is a problem no. You see, especially on center backs no. Because of our age no. The other guys around them are working a lot. They have to work a lot extra hard to cover up those center backs no. And it was a game that AC Milan second half, perfect AC Milan in the second half. They dominated, did all the most important things in the second half, but went to a victory. It was a very good game, and Juventus would maybe the work in that team they also, and she must not have given me. And I think AC Milan had a very good game in the second half. Now, so there's something that Makan and I want to say about the Premier League. Now, there's no easy game for those so-called big clubs, no. And the assessment on United, no. So, everybody is Crystal Palace now. Everything on the assessment of United team, no. The score, let me say that it's a difficult game. A game that 3-0, 3-0, because but it was a game that before even Liverpool actually first goal. That Crystal Palace a chance at the commission by 2-0. But I say in big game, big club like this, that extra quality no more exchange small clubs no NBA working man's clubs no for example United against West Ham that extra quality so dem no we was in other clubs no and to ban they have something that extra quality and those clubs no be and you hear city no Southampton game na and mu dey why is we city fan na omo Ronaldo na be yo pa because one of those games now Ronaldo would have decided against City. They were lacking that person or not net.
And the young boys no.
So you know so and
you have decided the game. Obo for a kind of make me. So young boys no, why didn't you decide?
Send the factors not also. Factors now one man say no.
Talk about the City team and what they fail to do. They just
so they fail you say
I have not always decided games.
They fail you say Omo so go no medium no. They need someone to get that.
Ronaldo has been in a team on one to go and did you see last week in the Premier League?
I said also 2 goals.
He was in a game I draw. Yeah, he didn't decide again. Was I could ball young boys my say no. Oh God, you know, City as an Ronaldo.
You see, I don't make an answer what you say. City ball on mobile. They needed that extra quality. So that extra quality now, I say. Liverpool have been Crystal Palace. That extra quality United had over Crystal Palace. So not only here that extra quality.
No, the young boys no extra quality no way.
I'm saying the fact is red card is and the brave when they're in trouble and they're out in chances. So it's you know so we have a tie Premier League now. And yet that Premier League now we have big clubs who dominate smaller clubs no. Now United what's some game now? Time United air substitution. No Jadon Sancho from the bench. No Lingard from the bench. A team of Rashford and young Johnny. A team of Cavani and young Johnny. This is a team that on any day is competing for any trophy. On any day, in terms of quality wise, and the probably give my good games. Now in your enjoy me now. Now Adia, I was saying in season 2. I said you were on to Hurricane. January, yes, get him while I'm go. Okay, the demeanor is only happy one. 2, because of an attitude and a demeanor. Which I have to also the form first is one count. Even the first 3 games, last game, 3 games about the second half. Time now always my almost done. I'm going the first 3 games without Hurricane. Plus, with him, the difference won't be brave. It's when a player is not happy, it wants to leave. After allowing to move on. And if you say, oh, for some Latino, Emma, first half, talked about a very good game in the first half. They pressed, they did all the beer, but Chelsea Mobile who say, once again, that extra quality in the second half came on board with a very good substitution from Thomas Tuchel. It was a very good weekend.
We are not catching.
Very good weekends.
Okay, no, that's simple. Captain, transfer any uncle.
You know, I've been following the coffee between Pep Guardiola and Manchester City supporters.
Then I go soon.
Hey,
are you inviting me in?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
I just want to know if you following that and then I go so far.
We follow power.
I'm just saying the economy. Edin Kaka. Vito. So that's not a Pep Guardiola came from Carboni. That was
as a man of
Man City on Champions League. And I know more about 50,000 or so capacity to study. Now, only about 35,000. And after the game, I'm not going to do last night. As a supporters in the Bastard, the team will need the supporters. And on a supporters secretary, something like Packer, responded to Pep Guardiola said, "One is not concentrating on coaching." When you name our supporters, you go to our Bastard. You can't become one as a palatable. Oh, to the extent that we covered around people struggle to take care of their walls and that stuff.
And then palatable.
Oh, but since that's more kind, can you go to that account and say the supporters are the number 12 person on the stands. You know, at any point in time, you want to have them or sitting. And the guy here demanded that response from the supporters scribe. But this is what he said. Now later na yebu support the dollars some kind on him. So the part was never. We need to the part now if
only supporters in terms say he will step aside. So Kobase or only Manchester City supporters in terms say only Pep Guardiola he will step aside as Manchester City manager. So it's a lot of things that they bargaining. Say are the supporters having enough of Pep Guardiola? Yes, as for the league, yes. But why would a supporter with and some or react like that? And the amount of is not a good development. Maybe somebody will step in the man because Pep Guardiola as a coach generally has not done badly at all. He has not done badly at all, except that maybe the Akas of which is the Champions League and but he's still fighting on, and we'll see what happens. We got two contrasting fortunes for two great players. Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi at PSG. If I'm not sure, because maybe he's struggling. Whereas Cristiano Ronaldo is having top-notch performance for Manchester United, scoring 3 goals in 2 games in the league, 1 goal in the Champions League. Messi, I think in the league about 3 matches, and now making the debut. Part the Princess. And then Pochettino changing in 15th minute. In fact, only Mario Kadi a buy. Now, you have 15 minutes or 40 minutes to end of the game. It was a game at the point in time Messi came close to score a goal. The ball hit woodworks. There were 1 or 2 moves and also Anthony Amfa. But coach, a changing. Everybody a coach, man, that handshake player boy, when Messi is out of the choir, I say, when you're prepared to shake the coach's hands. Shake the coach's hands. Abaya news of in France will be a kahwasem. But me, I'm not surprised. 1, Messi and the best of preseasons. 2, Mzoto, the kind of things that Messi I enjoy from Barcelona. Only to say he's not going to enjoy that in PSG. Because now make us say in Barcelona, now Messi defining or more strategy. He was a figure business. But here, other top players. Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria, Uzanwa, Pochettino bought 4 attackers. Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Di Maria. Even in that game, they have to struggle until 93rd minute. And America no be Messi no a share go. So I think the Messi no NTS here. I perfectly understand the frustration. As a top player, I enjoy that level of because you hardly change him over Barcelona. But this is a new environment. You know the can say Messi change the club how he will fail. Even though it's too early for somebody to conclude. And it's not like he's playing badly. But the kind of stuff you need Messi say, you're not seeing that. But no, coaching the defender say, there's no problem, and changing Messi say, getting injury and that stuff. But if you say the frustration has started, the coach will have to manage that situation. Like I'm saying, nobody will play for Messi. Messi said, "I'm born Barcelona, man, no." And the baby, he will have to struggle like any other player on the field. So that is a situation whereby you change the club, a new club, and then will go through. You will need some time to adapt to a system. As against was spent 21 years in one club, everything was you were the poster boy BBI was done for you and that stuff. So even though the people are carrying that story, they are saying a whole lot of things, but I think it's just a matter of time. Messi ever finding a feet and he'll come back good. And I think Atkinson, he had a bad day in office. So Manchester United game Nibia. He had a bad day in office. It was a top-notch performance from both sides. West Ham, Manchester United. At least Manchester United no deserve 1 penalty on Cristiano Ronaldo. If for nothing, the penalty appeal from Kezuma. Now ref a bit my Jidi. But play on one. Yes, West Ham penalty, perfect penalty, and then I say game. But whatever been the case, David De Gea did very well. So Toast has taken David De Gea 5 years
to save one penalty in 40 penalty shootout. What yabo at Yano Nina Ashe, except the West Ham to me save you know. Now me freeze the law come and Juma said it was not fair, say deny Manchester United all these penalties, but to give West Ham a more penalty. It was a good game. I think it's a good win to Manchester United cruising on. So back to what I'm saying. So Manchester United, we've been talking about Omo Mayfield that I don't know with McTominay as part of Mayfield now. I think that the team will go to a certain level. We should all expect fine game.
But where we?
That's
it. Yeah, Jibo. Young Quay na. Me feel say to announce we in fine. Tina Major, but meet me who off record now, ma'am. You won't battle young Quay.
Tactical somewhere.
Tactical somewhere. Baby, who saw no name. Did you young Quay now?
Excuse me.
Tactical somewhere.
But maybe, yeah.
My mentions in Madrid never Valencia game of course was stay. Madrid share 2, Valencia share 1. It was a game now Madrid was on the verge of losing. But Zoto Adebakwa de be character Adebakwa. I think Madrid as a football club, especially under Carlo Ancelotti, almost develop. And it's difficult for them to lose games this season. Mache almost all their games, competitive games this season, La Liga, then in the Champions League. With the Champions League game on Wednesday against Inter Milan. They were on the verge of losing the game.
Yeah.
It was a game where Inter created a lot of chances. Chances in never Inter. Then in the second half, Madrid started some more picking up. Character no mu develop on say Madrid akwa say see a more bense game ni yapon a emfa woni ba bia score line gina Madrid in lose game no. It is some few minutes to end the game in their game against Inter Milan was San Siro and Rodrigo shared the winning goal and Madrid winning 1-0. It happened before Inter Milan game no money Celta Vigo and it was done through Vinicius Junior. Saturday na make say Ancelotti raise Vinicius game need a different level. Se me share how Vinicius has started this season. I'm not talking about the quality of these two players. I'm the best example by their development, and I'm the example. Kaka at AC Milan from Sao Paulo, $8 million. At that time and up till now, Milan most expensive signing Recosta, 44 million euros. Milan most expensive signing. 44 million euros. Onana occupied the number 10 position. But Milan scouts in South America no more believe say Kaka add more to his game than Recosta. They add the goals. Then Kaka came as a young boy. Ancelotti developed Kaka. At a certain point, he was the best player in the game. Real Madrid offered Vinicius Junior as a young chap. The most talented player at that particular moment in the Brazilian league. And in South America, Brazil league ni produce more talent than any other league in South America. Not the Apertura in Argentina. And I'm going for Vinicius by a raw talent. Wafa coaches bebre in sem. Last year he was with Zidane. We winning the Champions League 3 times for Real Madrid. Then this year with Carlo Ancelotti. 5 games into the season. We're breaking the records I know why in the previous 3 seasons I know about Real Madrid. This season, I did goals, any assist time is to was 6. 4 goals, 2 assists. Before this season, the highest scoring season, 3. But this season, as at 5 games, was 4 goals. The Ancelotti and when you watch Vinicius, the Ohune, will improve on his finishing, the movement. Say take on players. He doesn't struggle like previous seasons. It will come fast to share goal no. Will come mass assist. The second goal by na. And only Jumana Carlo Ancelotti player offensive Vinicius Junior hono. And eventually Real Madrid winning by 2-1. Mami move into the English Premier League.
Messi say free Chelsea ne Tottenham Hotspur game no. Zoto. Enyoma numa ye ball game ni wie mi hu ye nie. Thiago Silva, N'Golo Kante, Timo Werner, Harry Kane, and Thomas Tuchel. We ni nyoma numa mebo so kakra na me de wie. Die di kan Thiago Silva. Nuno Espirito Santo decided say on say o hwe game na Harry Kane and the natural center forward of Tottenham team no. But wa mo Harry Kane. So for Harry Kane, now for Son Heung-min between the two, Son will pace a Harry Kane. Over Chelsea back trainer, the key to Chelsea back trainer, the experience, the anticipation of Thiago Silva on a move back trainer, on a direct omo. Thiago Silva nya 36 years. This is English Premier League. League qualify for pace because of the intensity level of the league. Enti omano Song ene Thiago Silva because Song will pace. Player be au age will pace bafom. Watching Thiago Silva carefully and how he directs Chelsea back three no. And no more defensive duties no. Zoto o you Song free game nim. Enti the first bullet no Espirito Santo de koye no. Na Chelsea aje from nsem. Ya dia abrante ni ko gina akokora no so no akwa use akokora no. Say na akokora no experience a obetimi dey ya abrante no adwuma. E no yi ni free game nim. Watching Thiago Silva carefully. Why arrive at the Premiership at the wrong time? Because the position and then the anticipation. Idea about few matches I have in the Premier League, you know. I struggle to find set defenders. So good. I was on your mom, anyway. He might not play the Premier League again next season because at the age of 37, many sure say be a Chelsea everyone another contract. But me to me say if Thiago Silva arrive early in the English Premier League, like when the 20s and the top defenders and I say the great defenders in the Premier League, the John Terrys, the Rio Ferdinands, the Vidic, any other defenders, and the Van Dijk Mokahono. Tony Adams, yes, Martin Keown. Yeah. Thank you.
So Campbell.
So Campbell, yes. Kiede. Anka Thiago Silva beka ho. N'Golo Kante. Bizoto. N'Golo Kante is a special player. Kante is a special player. And one player, Esenka club will be a nyebi. Nanko be jina ni team nim. For what or sacrifice money team no. This is Thomas Tuchel. Bizoto. Semishe Premier League ni din pa. Many sure said there is a coach now who pay attention to little details than Thomas Tuchel. My example. On only coach I will detect problem, no find a solution quickly. Problem ni bia will dictate ni say. Time at Chelsea ni Liverpool bona. Chelsea lead one na. Rich James nya record true born or then Saji Liverpool nya penalty equalizer you know. Na Chelsea a shot with one man. Quickly, na Chelsea bought 3-4-3. And we move team to 3-5-1 to hold Liverpool. And time I was shifting team from 3-4-3 to 3-5-1. Still Chelsea were creating chances. More men in the middle using the pace of Lukaku. So we share another game now. Osa started with 3-4-3. The two wing backs, Aspilicueta and Alonso. Then the two central midfielders, Mateo Kovacic and Jorginho. Everton so on high pressing. One hand Nuno Espirito Santo, they press you. Tottenham. They press you. Say they on budget ball in them, then quick attack, especially with use on me. But the way I say, Zoto game ne koso na Chelsea take lead through Thiago Silva. But it wasn't a lead because na Chelsea na they control game no. It no here more control. Paying attention to details. One more problem now will find a solution. Then quickly, and Thomas Tuchel, this is what he did. Brought in N'Golo Kante. O move on the central midfield from nipa mienu to nipa miensa. Adi N'Golo Kante they be added to Chelsea team. Mizo to the kind. Or my Chelsea an extra man when they are building up. because Chelsea were 2 passing lanes if they are playing 2 central midfielders. The first one Jorginho, second one Kovacic. Omoko extra no more use Alonso. Tottenham crowd omo midfield no. And what should I do? My me fan N'Golo Kante mra. Eti picture na born again the 2 screens no. Mizoto. Uhe bi N'Golo Kante jana aspili kweta na age ball no. O hwe Jorginho a Harry Kane any son you mean a close no. N'Golo Kante free no. That same position Timo Werner be count say we benya 2 passing lane. N'Golo Kante ababa additional passing lane for Chelsea. No the ball ne man no. 2 or are they up to Chelsea build so more press here. N'Golo Kante 2 nipa miensa na line ne do mo so na Kante, Kovacic and Jorginho. Or more press Tottenham say they be on beji ball ne from them. When it comes to pressing, see if I'm for the say do mujina or no more press here. Obia no any better than N'Golo Kante. Then the third one and the kofa go ne buy no. That is Kante and Thomas Tuchel. How am I build the Chelsea team no? And there is one thing I'm doing to swara. O BB extra. The game ne is similar to club and o Pep the kakra. But o BB extra. Ma share this coaches are.
Oh Mourinho so kakra.
Ehona na meba no. How organizing the defense? So offer Thomas Tuchel organizing the defense no better than club and Pep Guardiola. It will add Mourinho to the game. Oye one coach ubenya club kakra, ubenya Pep kakra, no ubenya Mourinho kakra. So what Chelsea and Liverpool here this season the Premier League. So what matches in na? What almost score lines no?
Omunya no mabiem.
There be no omunya no mabiem. The same score line.
The same goals.
The same BBR
points.
Yeah. And omuma day no score line and Liverpool benya na no e be na Chelsea nya. Nti we are
for the time being the as on me no na ebo.
Oze.
For the time
Timo Werner so actually say if Lukaku be sell e Chelsea team ni ma they will need Timo Werner acting like Lautaro Martinez. The space Aoma the runs e be create space the ama Lukaku. Harry Kane meneza kito ya adwene. It looks like ni tini na adwene mu no
psychologically
onye ready so about Tottenham Hotspur this season and one big mistake.
Chelsea 3-0 Crystal Palace, Norwich 0-3 Liverpool, Arsenal 0-2, Liverpool 2-0 Burnley, Liverpool 1-1 Chelsea 3-0, Leeds 0-3, Liverpool 3-0, Spurs 0-3. Yeah, be happy.
So Adiaba kwa Cristiano Ronaldo Diaba Manchester United. Timing of his movement. Timing of his movement. And especially in the box, opposition in the box no. And then the Cristiano Ronaldo add BB extra to Manchester United team no. Uba won say obi ni Cristiano Ronaldo ko. Ba yenwie no, de na obe touch ball ni Cristiano Ronaldo. O time is so well. Beji to me say na a bad day at office for Atkinson. At least Ronaldo should have been awarded 1 penalty.
Go and watch the game again. Most decisions went in favor of Manchester United. The Omoki can say any penalty.
Sir.
The Omoki can say Ronaldo the at least. They were not penalties.
Oh, by second one day it was a penalty.
But first one day I saw it.
Second one day I saw it was a penalty. The decision to allow Mark Noble to kick sa penalty no. Ono so no mo best penalty.
Why papa.
And o bench wa, me to bench wa. Western players na no mo warm up, he was not part of them. It's not warming himself up, onye ready for the game. But minima the quotia David Moyes decided say
watch ya Jose one inch.
Ono ko enko penalty do. Mizoto Milan Juve game no.
O di we no o ko ba o.
Na me di we na.
And so am for say omo
after the whole game ne ba na we no. Esame ya. Baby Juventus was say which they have to accept it.
They died. Until the last very number top of a died. Whole league almost should be the whole of the league.
Loto, and open me bisa say. Currently between Barcelona and Juventus, by the end. I say some of the games are over. One lose game, but you are not happy. Uti Allegri after the game. Also, the ref necessary ref in the point game, no, because they were on the verge of losing the game. That is Allegri. Also, the ref necessary so upon game, no, because game no more lose where we. See the kakrebi can one come lose game, no. Se ofa Syria na mizoto. Syria anya liga, pace, intensity no wasro. To say Premier League. Club or with pace in the Italian Serie A Atlanta. Closer to Atlanta is AC Milan. But this season Milan are poor game. Omo apo in the crown omo coach Premier League side no. Liverpool say the intensity of the Premier League in Italian clubs in New York. But say omo the best year number meet aging legs. To say Bonucci, to say Chiellini, how many protection are? I hold the omo your hene. I hold the omo your hene. One thing appear when I give him say, I think Madini and Masara a good business. And I can sit here and say, as at 5 competitive games at AC Milan about this season, Milan a better replacement of Gianluigi Donnarumma in Mike Mignon. Okay. He adds a lot to Milan game than Donnarumma.
Okay.
And he's a modern day goalkeeper. When I watch him, anytime I'm in Milan, I see Manonua.
Yes, back on Beham.
I see Manonua. And maybe a Roma game. Somebody can say after watching Roma, and it's a solo game. No, Roma winning by 2-1, and I'm making a conclusion. Say, we are Mourinho fan. Who believe you say Mourinho? Number of titles are winning. Okwaha winning. Okwaha winning. And first I didn't Roma. Because NC the team no any team I DG league.
We know I'm only panel short road of uniform.
Any team a DG league. O say
when him say I was watching a very good Bundesliga game. Yeah. But now a Wolfsburg game nowhere. Omni Frankfurt nice game, but I have to stop it.
So when you watch Roma Verona game now, it tells us Roma like you might be play a DG league, and the solution is no Mourinho.
Yeah. Kofi, young boy, na many say.
Yeah. Memo Akwaba. Yeah. Yeah, to us free is a legend. You see, drew interesting moments. Pa na legend you woman. My man touch Manchester United game no boy London Olympic Stadium first. Born a game is rough a pitch and it also why I'm a legend in no pay. On penalties and Ronaldo penalties. And you see, so fan of fun. Legend who
you still pictures determine
now say ana videos in them are aware of situation. And to be meet me so dia car some crab Manchester United game. Any potential penalties, you know. You see, legend, say what for Manchester United team now? A normal Ronaldo de Bama Manchester United, you know, was started. No, once again, you who ye against West Ham United. Today, say Manchester United Boba. Ronaldo as a player is always on the move because there are a lot of players are almost technical locating and strikers movement.
Not me patrol. A man for time tina na married.
Never Jimmy.
Na me say Ronaldo na so free ball na one.
Ronaldo send one free, me no real game no. Ronaldo completed the 90 minutes.
Sir, one be say go near
Jesse Lingard. Yeah, Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard.
Messi. No Messi there. Messi the time tina na me hear no. Messi ain't changing no. Ain't changing no. No, there is always changing the be ma. Yes, I did a coach no call. I did a coach no call. No Ronaldo na nom se sano. But the Indian no jina movie. No ma catch a say o players and some. Some Messi and son. Me say. Before I just linger. But time away ban. Not Ronaldo. No, new baby, no, baby. Not we're raising the spirit of Lingard. Before say, and a Bermuda Lingard. Before selling Lingard Bebano. Before selling Lingard Bebano. No, before selling Lingard Bebano. School na this year going to be legend. Before say, Lingard na be say go amount. Ronaldo. Yeah, right. Before say, na Kenya one. Lingard na be say go. Na dey Ronaldo. But I mean, say. Legend. Before selling Lingard Bebano. Manchester United out form. Manchester United out of form. Ronaldo reacted to a perfect ball from Bruno Fernandes. And was a goal. Before Jason Lingard was introduced, Ronaldo had reacted to a perfect ball from Bruno Fernandes and equalized at the Manchester United. Put that aside. Before Swabebano. Legend, me say fa denetoso born again. Legend, maybe when he say Ronaldo 2 penalties. Those 2 penalty calls. The first one between Ronaldo and our branch friend said Creswell. I think that was even more a deserving penalty than the one Kezuma acquire no. Because Ochene completely more than a tie necessary a permanent. This was a clear foul in the 18-year boss. And before selling at Bebano, Cristiano Ronaldo had done this. If the referee had decided to award these penalties, me assure say Ronaldo had already decided the game before the introduction of Jesse Lingard. And Ebra when you say equalize and pushing Manchester United team in forward no. Now United mentality ne kosro. Now legend, what can West Ham United want some with Yara? What I can want some power. And yet Tima ubetimi akwa now no master ni toe to toe. Abo side game na Manchester United ko boy no. So call landing Olympic Stadium. Now kobo boy na Manchester United boy na. E catch him said team my friends at Manchester United today o mentality no cost bebrebe. And na ono mo ba they do not accept defeat until say a final game na and as a final question aba. Metomebo asisi game no. In the first half United reaction it was poor. In the second half omu raise omu intensity no. Share the movement of Bruno Fernandes, the interpositional change between Bruno Fernandes and Popoba. And the location of Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo by Manchester United, legend and Chai. But how our players need to be located in the movement is something I say. We need him now batch. I am so much happy with Manchester United and Ronaldo no. Legend Fenwaba. What just 4-5 games? 4 games, right? 4 games are what Manchester United. The understanding between Cristiano Ronaldo and Manchester United made for destiny and even look so as a left back. Young boys then they are young boys then on say enna obetiasia kakra say circumstance abrabia so can say ana 10 against 11 boarding. So and to such circumstances na ba na difficult say team betimi and stay in the game for 90 minutes. Et ano dey edaho. But over Manchester United team with Ronaldo. Now share the understanding between Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Popoba, and the fullbacks of Manchester United. I think that this team, in terms of our mentality level, with Ronaldo's arrival, legend across baby. And then San American can make them say, Manchester City will be dethroned. Yenye Premier League ni yebe yome free ho. 2 teams in on bed dethroned in Manchester City no. Chelsea and Manchester United made them account. These are the 2 teams. I mean, me say. Yeah. Sana mi hono. League ya ebu ya. League ya ebu ya. League ya ebu ya. Manchester City will be true. Somebody can say Chelsea will be the main competitors. And then can before say United best sign Ronaldo. But with the arrival of Ronaldo, 2 teams on be competing for the Premier League. On City Pep Guardiola from the seat, you know. Hey, Manchester United. And Manchester United and Chelsea. That was Chelsea. They who don't bet me. Chelsea are certain level of consistency. From last season, second round of the season, at Thomas Tuchel before Chelsea. Do you in the Premier League? Do you in the Champions League, Super Cup final? Anyhow, I started no. I catch Chelsea are some level of consistency. So Chelsea, Manchester United the level will increase. Baby, why? Because Rafael Varane
any Cristiano Ronaldo inclusion into Manchester United setup no legend team could do baby. So I think say these are two teams on Belgian City Pep Guardiola from the Premiership title. Legend, you see, young Arsenal Basso, they're in a recovery state. Arsenal air recover kakra. The last 2 games, 6 points, a good in the Premier League.
9 points.
Young 2 say near Shesibia Arsenal team the Besibia. Next game is against Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, so that is a very crucial game. But the good thing is that Arsenal are recovering, and it's good, sir. Legend at the moment, you see, Premier League legend the body, Papa. Osha Arsenal against Burnley or Tefmoa. You understand the tempo of the Premier League, so it's good, sir. Arsenal team are recovering no many 6 points out of the last 2 games. You know, a good for Arsenal. Legend, Makachro if you have say Chelsea team na baba be more of a system. Chelsea team no abe more of a system. Chelsea team no I more of a system. How do you break them? Machere elements they break Chelsea. Na minim say Thomas Tuchel one where I am
draw man for attention say mo your prediction EPL ne ade no mo nya bo check akra. Na after week 5 last season say na net year. Na Everton ne lead Aston Villa, Tosso, Liverpool, Leicester, Arsenal, Wolves, Spurs, Chelsea, West Ham, Leeds, and Manchester City. If mon paya still be am there, I'm on top. The
difference is that team are not more top no. Any Chelsea and any United and any Liverpool. That's the difference.
Premier League we ever may surprises but any surprises at the top.
Premier League you know surprise be am mudo.
And at the top. It's see yeah see ya na beko.
But have you watched the Premier League carefully?
So much.
I'm surprised that you are talking about Manchester United win the Premier League.
Me say
Ebia they will pick me back. Ebia they will improve. But given performance from the Abu League way there. Everyone want to say they will win it. What a Premier League.
Me say two teams.
No, just when you are that Ebia
so is he?
United made West Ham so useless.
Offer Premier League
so simple.
Offer Medical catch say easy games in the Premier League. Easy games in the Manchester United games on Masraga Kakran. A games on Mobile Huawei. I think some mobile 1 game against Wolves. Away Molinos. And on board against West Ham so away. And these are grounds are legend. Ideally, whoever goes there, over struggle. And Manchester United are quite picking points. And I think it's good for their momentum. Old Trafford yeah, it's legend. Chelsea are a team to beat. Legend.
Chelsea they are same new.
They are the team to beat. What's that? Mama fattest to break Chelsea because my cousin Chelsea is now like a system. So person what Chelsea why Chelsea is a system. Legend say and then offer Antonio Rudiger Obo. Offer Chelsea backline Christensen mo ball.
O so real time no.
Na na unsa abrevia mkasa me Kofi Nkwan ba ya na Kofi Nkwan ba. Ya na minim say ya na me na me Kofi. Me no mo nyana na ye. So anti legend yes say Chelsea team is more like a system today. The momentum of players ni nyana dey ball mo ball. Matome Boase ahwe Lukaku impact.
Kofi has a bobo na winning man. I
think say they are a team to beat. And because of time need to know.
Yeah, Messi, Ebefia, me boy.
It's okay. It's okay. I make a jubilee.
Ojo Messi bia.
Legend.
Bavo. I mean we ni
start. I'm for person kajura. I need to be person kajura.
I saw a very good first half for Juve. Juventus first half no brutal. Man who
dey have Juve born and rano. Game na Juve born and rano. Amama nya hotoso say to Basimba. Say nya hotoso say Juventus will play in the top 4. They will make a huge case at some point in time for the Serie A and Champions League they will go for Metumba Sechiri.
Okay. After Young Africa after forcing our program is in partnership with Absa Bank and the MasterCard Foundation. The deal to transform your business. Say catch on ano say so micro, small, medium scale enterprise. So say I'll take your business to the next level. I come back up join the Absa Young African West programs. Enjoy the training. Yeah, my training on near 2 near show how to do businesses with consultancy services, network opportunities, financial support. Nina will business. Ko Absa branch bia anako absa.com.gh today for more details. That's Africanacity. Momodi ekwa abeva so mo adwuma atimi abie na as a young man wetimi akọ anim. That's Absa. Terms and conditions apply. Call 21st clinic and there sciatica experts no the obe nyina ne say ya de na few sisi achi go via jo ahome memfi no so me nko e few sisi achi e pa bet o to ase a de ba o nantini ba na form no but Monday say oh yeah be go 21st clinic omo laboratory and scan services wa wo pin bi at your back won't ase bi we are na beda no so asem da achi your massage and machine treatment 21st canteen we serve you fresh hot meals from 7 a.m. sharp. Call anywhere about your branch war overseas na canteen or come another branches before I didn't quite do pebia name your branches be and they cry or dorm market every do building Kumasi overseas just after Alpha Radio Takra the Fear Command number 9 taxi station Afi Sunyani Techima go so everybody or number 0540311311 Amuzu Heba Clinic say and control send net or weak erection or early ejaculation or shrunk manhood obema for one phone low sperm count waist pains weak erection obema ni jina so intimi nyina so ni nyina no obeko Dr. Amuzu Heba Clinic wo Kumasi Tafo Club 600 Achimota Christian Village Ashama Seho Lebanon second step Kaso a man from Kofodia Wo Station Takrade Sunyai Techiman Zongo Auzale Ningina de Tiebiano waweni award na to aso me nsa Amuzu Heba Clinic Dr. Amuzu friend the pennies doctor ntia mema semwa ko no be problem no de ha no aboa afi so Kennedy Dictator Satellite go so edi juma fe juma kama de omo ye ne say Satellite Electronic Company ne mo pe home appliances TV from 17 inches copem type will be 65 inches of smart satellite and kef your home fufu pounding machine CBO Kennedy or top fridge single and double door sewing machine washing machine popcorn machine laptop microwave oven time be our government work at the mount echi wetu an kakra Kumasi your family plaza building first floor ben Boss FM Patasi Adom House building first floor ben police depot Kennedy Junction san e friend your number near person tadi or Kennedy wa friend 0244 385128 0244 385128 and 0207 653 031 0207 653 031 Danny Herbal Center at the Danny Natural Herbal Capsules number mema ho digital Danny Herbal Ointment for body and joint pains ya na the chichi no an your Danny ma herbal and the malaria near TD hour okwa also pe Danny ma herbal ni bi Danny to when want to know to ni dia na ye nkotwa bi promise herbal bi o bi eton adro bi abenya bi number 0244364651 0244364651 that's 057 0557 174 522 0557 174 522 mrom ye ben Danny Farmer and no afi so ye ka manfo nyina sebosom Trura Bank e wo so mo bo mo pe ba bi do mo sika asie mo pe bosia mo adwuma e kofo mo beso mo tretrim tie ma salary loan ho adwuma e for odo salary for be ma bosia kama ye ma ex ye friends adwuma pa microfinance loan ibi bosomtwe anya no nko aye oni ma bebre aye e wo ho afi so mobile money transfer overdraft fixed deposit susu savings account kidi account ni nyina no benya bi banki ye branches ne doso na kontansi head office wa tonzu bokru kokoben afia kobi ho nyina ubehu ye banki wo ho kama mamemra hari ho ntentem nam se said the mrenity obi anim ne na ma wawe ene ne dia aka Boache natural Herbal Center Dr. Boache eye specialist or eye doctor also on your surgery ne dia eye drops bi anim ne dia so omo ahabandro wono ma na ete wani no de tie bia so hu ade ye hu ade mienu hu ade na etum ni nyina obehwe de ama so ame post office Kumasi Anamanje Nkwanta ono wo Asante Bekwa Oben Total Filling Station Greater Accra La Paz opposite Access Bank Bono East Techima Banking Sodo number 0245339960 0245339960 na 0262062288 near Koko Faith to Mupate Clinic Mama Faith eye problems fako stroke STDs a woman's some fibroid arthritis na pressure sexual weakness stomach ulcer udu Faith mama nchebe be wansa Faith wa hene makoko ben 18 wa Faith number 0244583859 freno 0244583859 na 0275969414 ejwada kopeme da daye juma 7 am to 5:30 before why crowd wa be chase ori wonam na uja 10 minutes kama wo de ba be du juma sa na tenemu a pada wan so na aba na friend domino heba pada no eno ho asem na make your number 1 immune booster obi ononom domino heba pada bia da bia ne ho den and am say yade bebre ne ngofo di ho dance se no omo wa omno pada bia echo high blood pressure diabetes stroke spinal cord problem waist pains wo da na untimi na join insomnia spell ne ye den no eno anso be teaspoon na de go hot water 25 ml and one no your main office number is 0543158195 0543158195 and I say Kumasi 0248632328 0248632328 baby a to androbia no ubenya bu nimfie dumienu a enum domino heba pada bo fa efunu so a enum bi domino heba pada your number 1 immune booster for chronic diseases bavo yankwai uja 10 so mema 8 yango
let's watch media ni bi
maje ntase
esi kakra bem
nyawe
okay udi mami ya kofi nya metiase
de yango
tawa enti information ni say escofo no agi eye milo atum tisi de oba asan be blasters coach bi $45,000 or how many so hano $45,000 month bia na waje me nka ne bebre ye behwe no na ya hwe de o de brain de kakra issue kakra ho se tama at a point na fe same escofo ni bi any even other football people no kick against the idea no na afi confusion na as even at the football fraternity level no which means say na he was not their coach but a channel say if you know no money prepared when they decided to let go
and say nipa mi no mo gigire mpa ba ko ye former Black Stars management committee chairman and ba ko so no committee na nipa mi so
yeah
mi no na gigire mpa say mo convince nkrofo enei Milo woba na no question na no opanyi bi busa say adenti na da bia Black Star coach bia ni sika 5,000 daso sema stadia 25
35
35
45
45 115 Mon said you the last 20 years Black Star coach bia ni sika 5 daso
5 na time I said we there
anya coincidence
na fana adwen anya yi ba say
we coincidence we see Milo 45,000
45 yeah obeji
we 35,000 we 25,000 we 5 and ye nya Black Star coach say 40
edi ye be hwe once o ma resolve mo confusion no but ama baby ankoba na ye dia me invite wa be mu the issue between Awako and House of Folk because
okay maybe no mama kaka but mama ncha Desmond Tutu ewo airport
Kumasi airport
Accra
okay
on fa the ni agro kra to TLC
Desmond
hey de bia
ewo airport Kumasi
Accra Kotoka International Airport airport officials ni bi na me bese me dey but bese me chanda na Awako Sammy Mwaf Awako story no Awako say according to what we have gathered Awako say environment no ompe
the phobia environment
yeah
okay
ompe environment enema aye ne kesene ne kakra in fact physically spiritually nema na yikakra now awako free house camp ekofie
with the pretext so yare
de catch on so yare ba catch Olympics in pay we inform two senior high ranking officials of Olympics if I haven't spoken with the coach and no worker
yes
and then
Matiano
board chairman
Amaka
now where the problem is awako ade it is Togbe's personal check no di tua ema amakan our sika and the second final
chairman to
that's the level they do.
That's the
final one also ban according to my source kakra no they say on the 2nd of October was the final payment House of Folk here no Olympics position is the 2nd October 2nd October says sika na maya next say house here breach contract no because when say 2nd October they will make the final payment.
And now the Olympics take that position when the 2nd October is not yet in.
No, unti. So we na mimi ko buso bi no so omo de omo ni mo we. Na de omo transform player the has all documentations done. Has say 2nd October final payment to be made. Unti ase.
Matiafe.
By 2nd October payment ne maya, on me fan say a breach of the agreement. And they say awako no na dwene nso ogotu ono nko sika ama Heart of Oka sika na has tuama Olympics no and Olympics are not ready to refund the money.
That money okay
Some that spending that to players for
wodwom
na based on says can almost make certain decisions what you say na asem and be say be come more because has about African cap ahye nti we news or say the what nti opa china me more metim the amount
metima ka kire awako and Olympics say house will take every penny that has been given to awako house for say omo Olympics omo ni Olympics business bi omo no me bia no omo no wie enti 2nd October no I want to believe say do so Olympics will pick their check. I want to believe say do so only will pick their check.
Okay.
But say awako say omo say they will not terminate the contract.
Okay.
Awako is their player, nothing more, nothing less.
Okay.
If he want to buy himself out of the contract, he should come to
then
the
that's a good deal. Because Olympics they almost so train 2nd October sika.
And he has no Olympics.
Obi and draw awako attention. Omo amodi Ghana football echi a check akra no. Play be never near Samoa. Nim say e be kaya as acheye. Oje sika. Ya Samoa from Wise and Kotoko 11 Wise. Eventually one party went to court and the player was banned. Tiawa kumuntu no for say has post no taking my case now more dangerous. If House of Folk court and no ko GF bia ko awako benya problem. But lead omo mo 2nd October no wajom sika. And so mo general manager no so o say omo yes.
Oh yes can the me with regards to say Olini has transaction no. Minim that much, but with Awakoni has I know say has to see they will not terminate the contract.
Okay,
he is their player.
Since Awako
nothing more, nothing less. And that say even if West come to West, not say he wants to buy himself out of the contract. Sika Omo has some their Olympics no. Awako will have to pay that as well. And a honor problem no ewo. And he send a wakano has a bomb match into the yenya no talk because events are unfold no. It's going to be interesting for Tama. And na me stadium no. Na
I told na comment na no boa commentator.
Tama.
Na say at this age yenya comment.
Me boss say me kwa me choice.
Now I'm close to 50-year-old. Wait, you know, Moon consider age. Football grade at 30 something.
I do so. Don't hear you.
You're quite Algeria.
2012 Algeria 13 Algeria.
Must say Milan go 3 years after say what. Obi o comment 10 years ago.
Tell me who a House of Folk team omo determine say on person omo bibi. Nemo omo madam for this amabodu kan kire ne say too much loyalty to some players no. One here a best time.
We are wa some na dey no mun kan stadium.
Tama nsema na nkofo kano
players man.
Omufo say we too much loyal to they no boss 6 defense Caliber Mankwa Neti any others say obi a hwe ball no bi no tama na evidently clear say on the day net enya di anya say oni ball ne ball
connect on back on the ball e ko fi plan afutu na combine ye so afutu ni wa net be na
what you say na net in fact but
and a Caleb is no number 6
and a Caleb is no number 6 yes eti ama if you free hono no now so for go to a point now comes out for to take over the middle passing the ball at will omo na omo lack ambition minimum the kuruntia because they could have punished us. I think no more interested in the draw. No more interested in the draw than time to get a win an out.
But ask chances.
Yes, and honor assembly one because time I say you can't say I feel about ne say ne stature no ne physique no na Oshe comes out for 2 strong defenders in term until me no more pedestal until me yes be oni ball. But they were not passing the balls to his feet and not into open spaces of far obetimi dia BBA anytime bia no e kwa bia obeshia sa 2 central defenders no and they were very strong et your banis hana coach wadwuma no either you direct them to channel the passes to another place or a strong Kofi Koji at the bench man
uja no ntimi more 45 minutes ni ye. You have to consider all that. So if you go to very TV in there, you could see some ideas of experience by training akakaka. The coach, tactfully, so let me give him some 18 minutes.
Yes.
And not the oba obey me. Yes, I'm an abandon. I no go.
Many problem. I'm saying that when you realize that Nipana Udwane Atu say or arrowhead also on Timini we muso and Kontokanoa. And the Naka Fakufi Koji Nebekane, then creative chance ma on
name it for the bag of him.
Yes.
No one's
or maybe or do some other thing because clearly Caleb was also not passing. Afutu to be passing from number 6 no, but Caleb was not passing.
Afutu there no a drum ground.
No in Chemukra.
I think they will need him.
In Chemukra say or has team listener hono just that only has a side now. And once they sorted that out no. This will be
abroso okoya zakito so akwa zaka 8 but mama 6 ate time no be team.
I want to see how they feel because me my boarding at BCC when I come to national team collapse so my club 14 days notice until can be now where FIFA regulation in terms of player transfer in the say 15 days as a notice now 15 days so one follow within that time now club can refuse not to give you the player. Now you are born on the 3rd of next month and then they 20th
a drum
I want to see how we better say that unless you have good relationship with the clubs
na o kaza you enjoy my players
coach when be collab no
when you bang
and if for now be collab am I on there
you see based on argument now the FA has a technical department they will have to do the call-up they are called right to about 30 of our players then coach in the bar to meet the time and the almost transfer time in
let's see how
it doesn't take only a coach to call players let's write to those who came in the last game.
Almost all by now is God for inequality. Last game from inequality.
I know one be no. But players is a baby other name from.
That is the problem.
Aquano ball you know.
Oh say last year buy. Nyesua.
Dem Nyesua the Messi team no. E do mom no Messi boy.
So I don't know. Come on,
come on so. Ba ko so where you know.
René
Sheriff ne. Sheriff vote team no.
Yes, Edmond.
Edmond. On so be.
On ba bi da. Enfa no. We have good players, Mr. Otuo.
Adna Salisuma.
Salisu a problem.
Yes, on you ready.
There was a problem.
National under 17.
There was a problem at the youth level.
And they do time omo final, you know. No mo demand be free no.
No, but after that, so your friend blasted.
Wama. And no also man.
But
on to me casa. also oba
I reject call up nyina
any passport ni kra no
ade passport
titine fro soldier no an go nu de ne he has to come and play for us.
We need him and I'm sure say bia
just say ibem
sports minister enkomodi I'm sure say he will understand and come back because we blasters here these are top players now you be manageable exercise be say ofa African countries ni nyina obi no burga na so in terms of quality be you know obi ambre so that be you see mistake I say money no abosala na ba ofa ades na mo
more money ne sala ye ba bubo bibiri account
I don't know you say bebre
ba no jina Crystal Palace on emeze
kuyati
ye ba bo e ba no kuyati no ye ba bo
kuyati no o say pattern
ko German League go and check.
We saw that.
You see, the problem is that Kofi, over all the leagues, weekend, you're a league around the world. You don't see Ghanaian players playing in elite divisions, and that is a problem.
Almost how many no more? I will show in any I share so you share a Kamaldin Arene, you share Pateo Asna. Oh, Casalis was him. Could we spend open Kobabo?
What background?
So we have them many. Jukubo Strasbourg almost 3-0. You understand? And you know, when you have a trip.
Before boy, yeah.
Nah, Mashe. As far as we has a bomb matching team, but our wish you know. And you has environment in the PC. Manya betra komi pa. The boy free outside Bayern. Or problem be. I don't want to mention the kind of.
We don't want to hear.
The Olympics for. Be found or Timbo Olympics. And you know, I not a big problem.
And now we have few years or so.
I don't know how.
Same problem now. So,
understand? You know,
and now we go to improve as well.
I say, I don't know. Say, I say, ask for some before when they are because
the Safana, also compile
spiritual and maybe so. Until about
no spiritually.
Until about Ghana, no Olympics for. You know, be brave for my boy, no. And
that's when you meet only.
And when you ask for no problem, let's say there's a price of one country. And
it's kind of woman. And
this guy is a
baby go kwawa.
Minimum has with my ass Olympics. So it's not ask for no, it should be one thing. No, the problem is that one country also no be on enough for income and enough for leaking information media. It don't say, almost this is a problem.
No media, no dada. Any kind, Asem. So, that idea why you are.
No, maybe the real problem is the near one thing. That's our one thing. Also, like, when you're happy to play house because of, you know, so. Let's hope, say, house can be able to solve it now. Now, oh, so my 3 minutes.
Let me wire 5. 5 you can by force prosper Ogum Navy.
Oh, my man can ask my son.
And after that,
prosper, my man,
Ogum doctor.
Now, what I'm hearing now, one thing is very clear. Yes, as in the victory of more money, but they need to do more. As I'm about for you know, if a foot in noir, okay, fast Salim by just come and replace that boy. So both Salim Nejai Caleb. Salim gives you more option. He's a very good tackler.
Very good player.
He plays very well. And it's only a footwear. Play Salim. Why should you force Caleb to play there?
But you don't buy a young player from exhibition one experience. The occasion was big.
Oh, I'm sorry. And like for Salim, he has no national team. So almost 2 coin. And on here, Obia stage in a new team.
Young Kongwa.
So what national team 2 coin? And if you say a problem because the Guineans were so comfortable with the ball. Where Mr. One game a room and Quebec. Bonana comes out for an airborne. At home, they're more comfortable, they will relax and
they will be forced to get a goal.
Right.
I'm going.
I think
Sometymer Otuo 6, but man 5 amount. I'm going.
No, can 7. I was not to 6.
Yeah, I mean, come on, 7. I'm going.
Okay, 7. No book of our word you buy Sonia.
Insomnia.
Insomnia as a one.
Insomnia, but spelling and
indeed, you were spelling what? The proprietor here, the mount. Get me man, insomnia, no, MSS, as you to me spelling. What is it? The INSOMN
Insomnia.
No, some titi.
Who's all Ganzonia because I'm natural.
Oh, sir.
I go Prempe College. Do you
don't just what my
not one take off now call Prempe all students.
I'm a one fans or your platform
to motivate the students. Also, one teacher named Catcher and say, I can't eat it.
Your platform was all Gidio. It was a good win for House of Folk.
I know any senior one. Oh yeah, they Wahid Wahid, you made Wahid. Okay, call me away. About on Obi, we know about boats of war.
You know,
cannot pronounce because it's 6:30 na Gaufia.
Prior to the match, there are a whole lot of issues that House of Folk able go through. They were not having good preparatory matches. Yeah, show more. The coach, kept changing players. The one the befa. So Caleb as one player has been playing that position for some time. In the absence of a Futu, and even FA Cup against Mediama on a boy.
Or Monica,
and Wabon Kakra. Minimum, maybe 5 matches of Wabo. So holding me for no.
Full game.
Yeah. Yep. But unfortunately, my game nibi. But now me had the say in one of game like this, yeah, born once no. I was expecting say. Bia anka obebo obi owo attacking minded than say Caleb, but me for to coach so much because obi owo onim no a different from player number foforo now we try so one way am so to my player no it's good to say obo no change here. The most important aspect is that football
the type of player Caleb, and if you know him very well,
yeah,
a whole new position.
It is on the position, I know, but who's on over because of Richard Ney Alasa, they are doing well at the central defense, and I'm not pushing and not so you will give him the benefit of the doubt, say or born. But one good thing is when the coach make it change, not at the game one. It means only no way. So I don't think that this should be a problem.
It doesn't mean that
in games.
It means sometimes when we realize it, say the other one was wrong.
Of course, I know what's the sound.
It focus that the other one was stronger. You agree with them?
No, maybe begrudge them.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is that me man that benefit of the doubt say on several games. Say
this comment is a bad because hearts have moved on.
Yes.
In Gofo can we?
Yes.
Say you see against some established teams, if you play Caleb they'll dominate your midfield.
Yes. That one is true.
Yes, sir.
So going forward, I expect to say na Salim you play them because the midfield there is very important. When the team or midfield is stronger, it helps the team. And the House of Folk my idea on that against Wada Casablanca is a top fixture.
First leg in Ghana, second leg.
First leg in Ghana. They have to do the work here. No more and I trust us to meet me. I got the last one was a Ghana team, Africa. Game was 2-0. We go to
Oh, yeah,
so Africa no 2-0. Ghana.
And time is
easy. It was. And I'm going to 3. Oh no. Say once. No. For me say the last time.
I say Ubiati. Ubiaka say. It ends there. And you do a here.
Oh, Mate. I'm sure 3. I'm sure 2. I'm going to 3. Mr. Prosper.
Now last time I Ghana team got 3 so Ache.
So Ache.
Ache.
Oh, so 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay. The house of the answer.
So good for House of Folk.
Teachers also 2 hours between 3.
Of course. But the good thing is that one of Omko, you heard the next, Mr. Prosper Ogum.
The time cross.
Some share ni DBA ni certificate de Gutana or you're the best fit for the job. Mr. The psychologist, educationist, a coach. Those are sending money no. He is well versed in that. But my advice to him, the do baby I'm so native intelligence is very important. If you're young son, yes, a very important. What the book what I say book I hope Asante Kotoko will have a very good coach in Prosper, very calm and in the background on Yama Wono. I think that
I've done some checks on him. Ewo ni school ho ewo wafa deep.
Yeah.
One thing is I'm saying he doesn't compromise.
Yeah. Of course, he shouldn't.
Compromise anything.
He shouldn't.
On say coach is go me quite amenable. Utimi no yes man va we mechim. Anyway no mo say no ntwema.
Ehona ya make us a native intelligence here.
Even at wafa, almost say if there were any issues at all. On because na semedin has any kind of kruma. And that's apart from that.
No, once I'm the baby will be another day kakra. Because me one person I don't believe in giving the coach free hands on go pet.
This is a doctoral researcher.
Now got all the problem. And this is got to go. On coach team be as got to go down.
Yeah, go do angwa.
So what down for no. For the camera. What for need you to I don't.
So far talking. So go we don't have baby.
Me
more time.
My assessment
kakra. Kasaya man can 5.
My assessment kakra bi. Ewo Ghanaian clubs ewo Africa. Na me gitumi say efe ne so mo Ghanaian clubs no. Especially say Ghanaian clubs e ko Africa. Na omunya competitive games. Benim ga kaso say mo top 4 na mo top 8 no. Asa ye you.
Many guy can be.
Why hold position da?
If you do say committees.
Yes, you do say about take a decision beyond basic advice and anyama. And a rare Ghanaian class who say anytime be a season be delay biano. Ghanaian clubs ko Africa who say teams and especially players na rusty. And now she has a full game now the compare league games and no mobile. The sharpness of the players neni hobby. Sanyo mano enye coach adwuma wo. More now when you competitive games airborne, a sharping players no to be quick.
True.
Adeba kwenu me realize what has team no pa no because has team no so with the offer class bia obi a obi bia edem sonko. The man has team no special. How sharp omo ye. Especially when they are building the attack. And now show bit say free ban here. Muso rusty. Who show bit say fatal. Muso rusty. Maybe players way because players way they add the pace to has game no.
Fatal ground no free blacks last year.
No, but say on say and okro ye no. Na ayi wo ho kakra. Yo to ma minra game no mo kakra bi. Kele pasem nem sa ba be ye debate e wo krom na ade na kele boy na ade na kele amo ni sa nyoma no. Caleb a defensive minded player. The moment I shift Caleb from the favorite position and not any other position, HSA or added defensive stability. And can the papa mupa and can has a boy away game, then Caleb will play just in front of the central defense. So I buy extra man to has defense now. Watching another game, you know.
Actually, we are say Kamal Soa was named twice by Akono, but never earned it. Wamba. I'm saying he invited about Wamba. Bawamba. That's the okay. But thank you. Researchers, wrong way Juma Papa.
Oh, Juma no yana. On say different types of defensive midfielders. ABSB a register. They don't defend. They check the direction of play. Any all the characteristics of a defensive midfielder. Typical example, Casemiro, N'Golo Kante. Obetimi age ball, obetimi distribute, obetimi take on players. A photo absence nenra has of folk because sa nipa miensa na omobo has in finfin especially so obo nete obo ansabo twe na obo afutu a omobo mo achente omo hu omo ho omo complement omo ho. So we first half ni din a it wasn't a game a mezoto na has wo game no bebre. But what it make you a good coach ni say the substitution of Boadu Enra. Ofo beti say Kofi Koji ba game no say na wo ka no Boadu Sebu se no abre kakra. But at least share free kick na wo boy no. We player na woni that intelligent na so 20 boss free kick no. Salim de oye na ya de oye no wadu bi ase. Eti ye ka ni nyina no untimi take anything away from changes na Boadu ye no. I wish anka ha se ko ball next game against work no. Ke best starting league no for has of folk to get competitive games. If not mizoto omo high profile friendly matches kakra.
move from banana FC in South friendly games no mun go to high profile friendly games to help them.
But no almost start on and also mufa.
I agreed. But don't say mega say at the last stage
they
have to move to a bigger because from what they final many and shada and Jimuye. Bizoto Prosper Natiaba, the new coach Edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Na he looks so
Nati. Is he of your voter?
Okay. He looks so calm. Almost you'll be ready for the job. My follow no and no, my follow no social media. On say your nyoma bebrams to me do nipa. So be juma nyoma bebre you're getting closer to him. But Osha Hawa o interact with Kotoko supporters now. I just say he's ready to work for the club. Okay, Adana nana yampon say pa on the management with the media na me say wasama be kan mu adwuma wasama be kan nam de jeje o say in his first season obe build a chan like team it at a certain point time I for local Black Stars no na Kotoko players change team bia in his second season also be build the Wafa like team Wafa ne Kotoko enya nkabombi recently and it seems like over the last 15 years Kotoko tima mizoto by performance by results omakosropano ubo say Wafa influence kakra wum
yeah
mekai in 2007-2008 sa Kotoko team na G League with 69 points has toss me with 53 no Wafa was the foundation of the team.
Max Sechere also
Messi for man Max Sechere Harrison Afo Jordan Opoku. Then in 2011-2012 and then I'm so the Juma kakra wum and I have from pon ya wa mobile so tell me chance
boy na no Tunisia no kase no striker no
Idrisu Nafi Idrisu yes it will say Wafa na ba be recent Kotoko teams aye hu be go for 2007-2008 there na good side 2011-2012 good side omubo entertainment football eti Wafa no recent years abaye foundation of some of the solid Kotoko sides yehu bringing in Prosper actually say the direction I see on the council the team ne kono actually
one or dey ko
we no free wa boy o motor no from interlicing
Richmond
Lamte Wafa product enye basically say Okoto players every Wafa Wafa ne one philosophy as a football club omo de any say they decide to play football entertain omo supporters eti uto players omo was
na kama Kofi Abbas na Kofi oh bana da wakasa pa o
ene
Kofi na nkasa akasi so baka kanu apasija Kofi ni pasija what pasija de ama
legend it was a good game, very good game for Accra folk.
If you are bad, there's all cassette, baby, Omadruno. Yeah, you're the only be free. Minimum the all patch.
So, House of Folk Aqua off at Accra in Champions League, the elite competition when it comes to African club football. Has Aqua off at legend. Since 2007, Afina has Elbow Champions League view.
Wow.
Since 2007.
40 years.
So yes, the last league, you know.
That's all Africa.
That's all boy.
Messi Champions League now has of one and round. Since 2007. House of Folk on board Champions League in Africa on board Champions League. And the Enra was the first competitive game our Champions League since 2007. And the legend performance in Enra House of Folk de Mayeno. My performance as an elite
Champions League
2001 ko.
When I was G League.
I'm in the G League. My Mahatma Otuo Acheampong. Once again since 2007, I finished House of Folk a Champions League game. Na ekwan mo fa so a mo handle team e friend say kamsa no e bia wase ya chairman for adwin season kakran kra de na wase House of Folk no ko tap the spirit of the club no nya na spirit no because 2007 the legend emuwa pa enti Embasa House of 4 best starting game now about the typical game in African Champions League no be slow status enti Enra House of 4 start o game no mo slow status no na sheda nyamwa bebrebe because omo call offer check and most of the players no omunya a feel of Champions League in the Confederation Cup and the first Champions League games are mobile enti no be slow status so it was expected now legend you see Obia will tell me on Saturday bia line up na buy na enya wanwa Caliber Mankwa issue on Saturday me to me boase efa friendly matches asamo bodu abo nyina ena me kire side defensive midfield role ho no friendly matches na obo nyina Caliber Mankwa de gina ho legend say friendly matches ye bo proud to a crucial game eno ena ma unya a feel of team coach ne de bebo and on Saturday me for game on Cara boy me for game on House of Lions boy. The only game at Caliber Mankwa Ambo in that particular rule was against Air Banana Inn. But over the two other games from Uboy Nana, Caliber Mankwa was the defensive. Yes, Banana Inn. Caliber Mankwa was the defensive midfielder in those games from Uboy. No, and to me, Kofi, now me sure say Caliber Mankwa ne bobo and to me who line up no enemy can ha. Say House of 4 some more body lineups and all that body friendly matches in on board with that on board with a center forward. On board with that a center forward so. A free band be operating as a force number 9. Indeed, a free band operator as a force number 9. It's a normal way in friendly matches no boy na. Sa normal na no yeah odi be remu into the first competitive Champions League team in boy. Legend, me pa cho was scans kakra, meta maka say. Meta anka me ya de akra. Me pa aka me na Abbas. On betimi am House of 4 2 na nkomo fa nto ase kakra ma me. House of 4 2 na. Enkomo fa House of 4 nyom ne nto ase kakra ma me na me fa nya de. You see? Okay. Adam. Okay. Legend yetini. After first 45 minutes, after first 45 minutes, our team ne back into the second half. Me who a reaction of an elite club. In the first 45 minutes, and no Messi and I expected because legend offer cancer 40 minutes. Almost 4 and 5. Abranti friend in Singani. And Carol. These were the two center backs and now coaching AU2. Now it's difficult to say. Abranti friends say free band bit me dealing with them. In the second half, them who is coaching here. What they Abranti friends say Kofi Kujibaye. Watching a free band by one side of the attack. And what they subontin by the other side of the attack. And almost started some more pressure. It was the pointer you who's a branch of friends of Fatau. And ran Osha in the first half, not Fatau, Kobe Brebe. Now, Radio Ovoka and Kobe Brebe because on Saturday, me matches of Kamsa, Eofiase. Actually, baby, your mobile on attack, and baby, on bed on attack, and the flanks. And see, the first 45 minutes, they made sure that Omutimi Nyasa spaces in the moment. The last 20 minutes was a performance from an elite club, Wako for match. Now all reviving the career in the Champions League.
Feel Ricky.
And legend, you see? Oh, that's all you see. Abbas,
maybe so. Abbas.
Go away. Man, so Edika no said Edika can never then I'm asking said Eko Ibia near me if I took to my day somewhere to see ye no I mean
as a man I'm there
my day that D-Day na Kasanwa yeah say Ibia say we got them in the contract but there's a plan work so the young come share na decent and you logic you also go degree by a plan work
to kwana
oh plan work kotoko no mu na yes ade no we mu Twitter na media announcement na why you mo kotoko na yes a job for no na yes ade no you plan work because we say that they didn't to say nyame aduma ye be chia me abobo na o maka yenya asem no we fie ne yan go but we say asem we dey ka no. It's you know that we can't say I'm not sure we should buy. It's your sales supporters.